Did you ever have to that point where you had to like work on your signature, or did you have a good looking signature to begin with when you signed things?
I still use to this day just a regular like cursive signature. And
I'm so jealous.
I literally just do like 4 circles and I'm like, bam, Bon appetit.
I would love to have a cool looking signature, but I don't know how to do it because I never.
I think Joey, out of all of us, has the coolest looking signature.
Which is hilarious because I came up that
Really,
signature.
show me your signature.
My signature? Do we have like a thing? Because like I came up with my signature, I think in like it was the first con I ever went to. It was basically the first time I ever had to sign something. Like someone came up to me and was like,
"And you made
Anime man, I love your work. Can you sign something?" And I'm like, "What? Who the fuck wants a signature from me?"
You made that up on the spot.
I made that up on the spot, and I was like, you know what? Good enough. This is just going to be my signature for the rest of my career.
While Joey's doing his signature, because I remember the first time I got asked to do my signature, I looked like a lost deer in headlights. Look at that.
That's my signature.
That looks cool. That looks like a proper artist signature.
I could sell that on Yahoo.
Yeah, I was like, okay, what is like a distinct thing about a signature? Lots of like unnecessarily long lines, lots of like over to the point where it needs to be illegible, basically.
Let me show you how it's done, Joe.
Okay.
So show me your signature.
Mine I think is in between the middle
and I
of
was
those.
like, okay, I can't just like write the anime man. Like,
I can see that you probably came up with that in first grade.
that seems like
that looks like
grade.
C-Dan.
Guys,
C-Dan.
Am I looking at a Rorschach image here?
Listen, you think when Picasso was in the museum, you had to put up with this shit? Listen, let me explain, all right? You have the C, the D, and then I just do whatever. It's always like I do the C and D and I give up. So
This is like, you
And
know.
your signature?
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
This is like when the kid brings back a drawing
as well.
Yeah, this is like when the kid brings back a drawing to their parents when they're like 3 or something, and the parents have to act impressed. Like, oh, you did this? Oh, it looks so good.
It's not even that. It's just like put it on the
when
fridge. I
when I'm
guess.
signing the packages in Japan, they'll be like, "Oh, full signature, please," and I'm like, "Oh, of course." Then I just do that, and they're like, they look at me like, "What was that? That wasn't full signature."
That's mine. It's not as good as Joey's, but
That's pretty clean.
it's okay.
Hold it up to the camera.
show it on
Come on.
It's okay. It's okay.
See,
It's
I
not
can
bad.
read that and be like, yeah, that clearly says gear. I looked at this and I'm like, who's Dan?
Honestly, this is cleaned up a lot because
You get a unique one every time. This is bullshit. You can. Why would I want this? Everyone else
I
has
thought
this.
Do you wanna
the
do
one
yours while we're
thing.
waiting?
I thought the
Okay.
one thing that differentiates between like a regular signature and an artist signature is like they have some kind of like thing in it. Yeah, see, that's clean.
That looks good. That looks good.
But you know, I'm
love
actually
that.
looking
Wait,
for.
put it up to the camera.
Put it up to the camera.
Yeah, see, that's clean.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually looking for a new signature.
Right.
So you
Right.
guys can think of one for me.
I mean,
I got you. Say no more. I'll make one for you.
So like, wait.
Who,
So I need
which kind of style
so
do you like the most?
One hint I need is a lot of like
a lot of squiggles. I like the squiggles.
a lot of pointless lines, right?
More
Yeah.
lines equals higher IQ.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Yeah,
but
a
my
lot-
name is pretty difficult to do that with. Like 4 letters.
I mean, just go as cursive as you can. You're like, this is.
See,
Put,
yeah,
put,
I
put
go-
on put on the top hat and the monocle. You know, it's,
I go for the doctor.
I
no
kind
approach.
of like this.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe
See.
Yeah, I kind of like C-Dan. It's
my
C-Dan.
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 Pointing at the my signature, by the way, can we get that on the record?
Yeah, I kind of like this one.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just like get rid of the O
Yeah.
Right.
and just go C-Nan.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
See. It's more C, I think. I like that.
That's good.
That looks like
good.
it says Chon.
Chen.
Chen. Oh yes, my favorite artist,
I'll
Chen.
have to ask my staff though if this passes for the.
Do you have to get,
What do you
your
think?
signature approved by your staff?
Not usually, but in this case, probably.
When it's this bad, it's like, oh god.
Chen.
I gotta ask: have you guys ever had a fan ask you to redo a signature?
Yeah, oh yeah, I have.
Because I've had that before, and that's why, because my signature looks a lot better than it used to. Because before it used to look something like this, and I remember I put this on like a guy's shirt because he wanted me to sign a shirt, and he dead ass looks at that, and like he was like, "Can you do that again, please? I can't read that."
I got a good one for you. Can I have the pen?
All right.
So I was at a bar with a friend in the middle of nowhere in Japan, and for some reason he thought it'd be entertaining to tell the person at the bar that I was a YouTuber. I normally don't want to do that.
I hate it when they do
because
that.
it's just like you're not going to get it if I show you, and you're only going to be impressed by the numbers and not what it actually is, right? So it's like don't do it. So he does it anyway. So I'm like quite drunk, and they're like, "Can you please?" For some reason, they brought out a shikishi at like 2 a.m. and I'm pretty drunk. So they hand it to me, and I'm trying my best to do this.
Yeah.
Right. So all I do in the end is just this. I do this. And they were like, whoa! And I'm like looking at my friend. I'm like, I can't believe they're taking that. And they hung it up on the wall in front of me. And I doubt it's still there. They must have taken that down. So
Well, it's like the signature that we did at Ami Ami, right? In Akihabara. Like Ami Ami is like a figurine store in Akihabara. It's like one of the biggest ones. And at one part of their store, they have this massive line of like maybe like 50 shikishis from like artists and like figurine, like sculptors and stuff like that.
Proper mangakas.
Proper mangakas and stuff like that. And we did
there.
a video there, and they were like, hey, can you sign a shikishi for us because you filmed here? And I didn't take into account, I didn't actually think they were going to hang it up next to all of these like amazing
my signature's
looking
worth
shikishis.
nothing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we were just like, fuck it, let's just do it. Like they're probably just saying this to be nice. Let's just do it. Turns out, I went back like a week later. It's up there on the wall next to these incredible looking shikishis, and it just looks like absolute dog shit. We're like, fuck, we should have.
It's the macaroni art next to like the Banksy.
Yeah.
It's pretty appalling.
I was like, fuck. It was the first time ever I was like, fuck. I wish they'd just take that down. Like, I don't want this clout.
It's like that horse meme where you have like a really professionally drawn horse, and then the last third is just like a kid's drawing. That's our drawing in Ami Ami. But every time someone goes there now, they take a picture and tag us.
They take a picture and they tweet it at us, and we're like, please don't remind us.
And just the shame just gets more every time.
Like Japanese artists have such amazing signatures,
Right.
and they're all good at drawing. And so I've always felt like that's a huge like complex for me. Is like, why is everyone so good at like autographs?
Yeah, but a signature. I think
Is there a class?
That's why I was genuinely curious. Do you guys practice this shit? Because I had to make mine up on the spot. And that's why mine looks complete
I've
arse.
never like just practiced or like.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when we all like first had to do signatures, right? Like it kind of came out of the blue. Like you weren't expecting it.
I feel like a signature shouldn't be a burden. And when I ask a Japanese person to do a signature, it's like, give me 15 minutes and a Red Bull and I'll be done. It's like, no. It's just, you can just do like some swiggles. I don't care. Just slap it. I don't know what. I feel bad when they're drawing something really delicate. I'm like, this is just gonna like be in like my wall somewhere.
I think the highest pressure for me is signing a shikishi. Because a shikishi, there's a lot of white space in the shikishi. And there's only so many ways I can make it look good. So like, it's when I have to draw my signature big, it's like enlarging 100 by 100 pixel image. You know, it's like Minecraft quality that we're talking about. It's like 360 YouTube. And it just looks bad.
Yeah, because we're so used to doing like the corner of an anime poster so that it doesn't go over it, right?
So I ever since I made a debut in Japan, like I've had to have shikishi signatures often, and one advice from me is how to fill it up is just draw a lot of stars.
I'm gonna
like that's why my shikishi is always full of stars, because I don't know what to do with the white space.
Yeah, but that's the problem, right? Is that like we have 3 people who just cannot draw to save their life. Right?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Same here.
do I like draw an anime character? But I don't want to get like DeviantArt quality like anime character next to my signature. So it's like, what do I? So that's why like at least with my signature, my one saving grace was just like the cat face. Just been like, I have to add something to this to make it unique. And one thing I've always found with like Japanese artists or like just voice actors or whoever is that they always have like their mark of like identity. I'm just like, what's it for me? I'll just put a fucking cat face
I think
on
the
it.
reason like Japanese artists and entertainers like have sort of artwork with their signatures is because they have to sign shikishi and they have to fill up the white space.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Basically, just put a cat face or make up an emoji. Apparently,
Yeah.
or
Or a star.
or just
a
lots
heart or
of
something.
lots of stars. This is a problem that 99% of viewers will have zero relationship with.
really relatable topic.
First world problems.